And for our team, it went just about the way that we thought it would from watching tape and obviously studying TCU. We felt like our defense would play really well, and they did. The one area that got us was turnovers. We knew that TCU was really good on defense, and that we could have some issues up front matchup-wise. And we wanted to affect them downfield throwing the football. And all that kind of went the way that we thought it would, but the turnovers are what got us. We had the two interceptions where our quarterback got hit releasing the ball, and then we had made a poor decision in the end zone on an interception, and then obviously when Jeremy fumbled the ball. But our defense was tremendous. One thing that I've mentioned is that I think is very important is the two of the three phases. If you can find a way to win two of the three phases, then you got a good chance to win a football game. And the challenge in this game was TCU's return game, really good. But we won the game. We were poor kicking field goals, but we won the return game and changed the field. Obviously scored once in the return game, and I think that was the difference. We were really good on defense, and there's a lot of talk about TCU, and they deserve a lot of credit on defense, but I don't think anybody should discount our defense and the credit that they deserve and the way they played. So it's a great win for us. It's week to week in this league in challenges, and so in the long haul for us, we've got to do a better job of taking care of the football and minimizing mistakes, continue to work hard in the kicking game, and make plays on defense.
Mike, you made some decisions today, like to get JW out of there early. Talk about that, and then also putting in Rennie Childs later in the game.
We felt like we needed a spark on offense, and so we made a change, and we played Clint, and so we'll evaluate our offense this week and our game plan for the next team and decide which direction we want to go. And Rennie has been close to playing the last few weeks. We felt like that he was mature enough maybe in the last game, and it really never worked out that we got him in. But he's been productive in practice and showing some maturity. And it's not just running the ball. He also has to understand that the offense and protect and do some be successful in those other areas. But we felt like it was time today.
So you'll evaluate your offense and look ahead to, week by week is what you said earlier. Can you guys win the Big 12 with this offense, with that?
God, John, I'm just trying to win the next game.
How would you assess how Clint played today, stepping in?
I thought he played pretty good. I have to watch the tape. I know the one interception he threw, he got hit. And then there was a couple throws that didn't look good, but I think there was a reason for that. But overall, I thought he managed the game pretty well.
It looks like he clearly gives you more option to throw the ball downfield. At least your play calls went more that way in the second half.
We started out throwing the ball downfield, and we may have actually thrown the ball more downfield in the first half. We threw the ball downfield a lot.
Before he came in?
With JW?
Yeah.
Yes. We had a number of throws down the field.
Way downfield.
Well, we were crow hopping it, Barry. We were throwing it down like I think early. It was early when Tracy dropped one down there going down the sideline. We had some throws down the boundary. I mean, obviously you guys take notes, and I had a lot going on, so I could be wrong, but our plan didn't change when he came in, if that's what you're asking.
Was his interception kind of the last straw, JW's?
Well, at that time it was. And, it's a combination of things. You're playing against a team that's been very, very effective stopping people and eliminating people from scoring points. Been tremendous against the run. And there's different ways that we feel like, in our opinion, you have to attack them. And in this game, Clint gave us some advantages in attacking their defense, in our opinion.
Was Josh Stewart the best player on the field today?
Very well could have been. Made a number of plays, made a big-time catch on a reverse pass, and obviously his return was really good, so I would say that it'd be hard to disagree with that.
Mike, when
how
he
pleased
caught
are you?
that reverse pass, I think he had one catch in the second half. Was there a point of emphasis to get him involved again?
To a certain extent, yes, but there were also times we were trying to throw to him, and they grabbed him. We got pass interference calls, and so when you play TCU, there's just a different plan for attacking their defense, and it's a little out of the ordinary, and or we think so anyway. And so that's what we tried to stay with.
Coach, do you recruit a player like Josh Stewart to be the #1 receiver? And when he steps up into a role like that, you've got to be pleased. He was able to get underneath a really good secondary.
Guys that are really good players and experienced need to make big plays in games to win when you get into conference play. And whether it's Gilbert or Levy or Josh or whoever it may be, most of the time history will tell you that they have to make big plays in order to win games when the score is close. And I want to say when he made that catch, it was 17-10, and we needed a big play. We needed somebody to change the game, and that's what he did at that time.
Like, how pleased are you that right after TCU scores a touchdown, you guys get 4 or 5 guys making plays on a kickoff return, on a pass, on a catch, on a run?
Yeah, I thought you're being nice to me. I thought you were going to ask me why are we doing that after it's late in the game and we need a score. We did the same thing in Kansas State, and I don't have an answer for that. We got a big return. That was huge. I think it was Shepard then. But, why we were able to manufacture chunks of yards and go right down the field and score, I don't have an answer for that. I guess I should be in the head coach, but I don't have a good answer for you. That's going to happen more often during the game, and we're going to have to minimize mistakes in order to continue to win games in this conference.
You got to be pleased, though, that guys responded is what it
Yes.
is. I mean,
And that's what I told them in there. I told them that in there, that we're winning football games different here than we have over the last 6 or 7 years. And the difference today was turning the football over. I think everybody in here would agree that you're not just going to get easy plays and yards and points against TCU. It's really the strength of who they are right now. So you eliminate the turnovers, you're in a much better situation. And if you're just decent in the kicking game on your field goal attempts and not poor, then, for the most part, early in the fourth quarter, the game's probably over.
How do you anticipate the quarterback reps going this
Well, that's
week?
what I said earlier. It's not fair. I'm not avoiding the question, but with the tailback position and the quarterback position, until we get in there and evaluate it and look at it, the next opponent and just all those different areas, it's just really unfair for me to say anything at this time.
JW banged up at all? You got hit pretty good 2 plays before the interception.
What was your frame of mind going to halftime with all the missed opportunities that you'd had in the first half? You're up 17-0, but probably feel like you could be up 34-0.
When you walk in our tunnel, you can take a left or a right. I thought about taking a right. Man, I'm being honest with you. I love the kids and all that, and that's part of the game, and we tell them all the time, play the next play. And one thing you have to say about our guys is when they make mistakes or they turn it over, they dropped it or missed a block, they just get up and run back to the huddle and make another play. And I think that today was an example of, for what we're accustomed to here, it was a day of mistakes. That's the way people will see it. But also, the defense went back out and rallied. The return game, as John said, big return. Hit a pass. Josh made a big play and then ran the ball at times when we had to. So the easiest way to put it is we have to minimize mistakes, continue to be good in the kicking game, and defensively stay hungry. Our defense is hungry. They like playing together. They're hungry. I really believe that when we started the season, I said this, that they kind of had a chip on their shoulder from the way people have talked about them. But that doesn't make it better unless you go out and play on the field. And so far, they've done a good job of that. Each week will be a different challenge. And the next game will be a different challenge for them, and they have to continue to rally together and play hard.
Well, you said you're winning games differently than you have the last 5-6 years. Is that mainly because of the quarterback situation just not maybe inconsistent?
Our personnel's different, and I shared with the local media that, there's a lot of questions about specific people in certain areas, and I don't really know what else to say other than our personnel's different. Our thought process in the kicking game is the exact same. Our thought process in offense is the exact same. Our personnel's different, and one thing that happens with a football team is when things go really well week to week to week, then people play differently. Guys play different than you think they would based on just continued success. And I think we're seeing a little bit of that, knock on wood, with our defense. And then offensively, we put the ball on the ground, we get hit, throw an interception, you go back out, start a series, guy jumps off sides. Very seldom does that happen, but it seems like that happens when there's a little uncertainty. And so there could be a little bit of that now, but our guys need to rally together. I'm not concerned with that. I'm just answering the question of sometimes what happens in football.
Why do you think you guys are having trouble running up the middle? Is it offensive line? Is it Jeremy's not seeing the holes? Is it defense is keying on certain things? Or?
I think overall it's personnel, and I think this team we play is really good at stopping the run.
Miss a guy like Jeremy Seaton today?
Excuse me?
Did you miss a guy like Jeremy Seaton?
Yes, it would have been nice to, we have a few guys out that we lost our tackle. He had 103 temperature yesterday and today he couldn't play. Jeremy Seaton's out, and we got about 3 receivers out. That it is what it is. Everybody has injuries, but we would certainly like to have those guys back.
Is Kip Smith okay?
I don't know. I hadn't got that far yet.
If he'd been all right, would you have considered running him out to take some kicks? Grogan struggled again.
Not at this point.
Anything else for Coach?
Good. All right. Thank you.